too specific about it because I try to be as careful as I can about what I say. But what I believe is that, Jim Garrison touched on some extraordinary unanswered questions, but I think he went down the wrong road, personally. I think that the mafia explanation for the elimination of Kennedy is the best. In fact, one of the things that I uncovered was Jack Ruby. The famous story Jack Ruby gave as to why he killed Oswald was he said he didn't want Jackie to have to come to a trial. He wanted to spare Jackie Kennedy having to come to Dallas for Oswald's trial, which is kind of an absurd excuse. But when Jack Ruby, during a break in his trial, there's WSAA, the ABC affiliate in Dallas, actually took some footage of him. It was this classic 16mm black and white mag stripe footage, and he said to the camera during the break, someday the real truth will come out as to why I killed Oswald. So obviously there are unanswered questions there. One of the most amazing unanswered questions I had was Oswald's departure from the Marines. Oswald, as you know, put in for a hardship discharge to get out of the Marine Corps and was granted within light speed. I mean, he said something about I think he said his mother was having medical problems or something, which was not true, and was literally able to get out of the military. Then, George, listen to this. He gets into Russia. There's exfil and there's
When is it right to kill?
Into the Soviet Union at the height of the Cold War. From where he's in Finland.
When is it right to deceive?
Russia, there's no commercial flight that he can
When is it right to kill your leaders?
Okay? There's no commercial flight that
You see, they kill our leaders.
He was infilled into Russia. He then married.
They're talking about who killed John Kennedy.
Russian military official, right? And he decides he wants to go back to the United States.
When is it right?
And he's granted entry back into the United States. He also worked at the U-2 base where Francis Gary Powers flew out of, in Japan when he was a Marine. So there are just so many murky questions. But, the traditional mafia methodology, the MO, is to create a patsy. You can get somebody that looks like the killer who you can frame for the murder. And what was Oswald's, the few words he got to speak?
He said, I'm a patsy. That's
right. Okay? So, and George, I actually got to sit in the school depository window. Now they have glass around it. It's like a museum. You can't even get near the window. But when I did the piece back in 1983, I was able to get up there. And, the single bullet theory, the whole Mannlicher Carcano, the ridiculous notion that you could, that the same bullet, struck Governor Connolly, Kennedy, it was pristine. There's just so many unanswered questions. One of my heroes in this whole pursuit for truth is Cyril Wecht, who I'm sure you probably had him on many times, the pathologist in Allegheny County, who basically says, the autopsy on John F. Kennedy was the autopsy that you would have done on a Bowery bum. Yeah, fascinating. Listen, could I say two quick things?
Yeah, I wanted you to wrap this up before we go.
Yeah, I want to say two things. I had meant to try and go into more depth tonight, but we don't have time. But it's all going to be in my book about the what I believe to be the framing of Vic Arena Sr. Remember I told you Scarpa instigated his third war for control of the family. And Vic Arena was the acting boss at the time, and he was
when the people find out who you all are, and who your seed are, and their children and their grandchildren, how many heads will count? Whose tears will we know then? I'm not afraid. And there are more and more and more every day who are not afraid.
And when they failed to do that, they framed him for murder, the murder of Tommy O'Sara. And I painstakingly go into this book and disintegrate the federal case against Vic Arena for the murder of Tommy O'Sara. And I hope that
more and more.
That he's 77 now. He's going to see the light of day. he did bad things. If he gets out and they indict him for something else, that's not my department.
You did some things, you know,
Having a guy do life
that you never should have done.
So that's point one. Point two is
Now,
Gregory, there's a courageous judge
you're like,
in the Eastern District named Edward Corman, who's
haven't stopped.
an appeal by Greg Scott that effective with
Some of you haven't give up.
in his sentence. I've written a letter on Greg Jr.'s behalf talking about not just the USEP thing, but this.
Someone have to stop you.
We don't have time to get into it, but it's on
Yeah.
the website and investigations on my website. What Greg
Someone have to stop you.
the exposure of these explosives at Terry Nichols' house in Harrington, Kansas, the Oklahoma City bomber.
It can be worse, you know. It can be worse. You can have a whole nation stop you. We can have multi-nations stop you. I don't know what we're going to do, you know.
Federal prison in the system. It's partly subterranean. They're solitary 23 hours a day. They're not allowed to talk to each other.
Let me see that.
Confrontation, skeleton Teflon, what an invention. Now that I got your full attention, your intention, please would you mention? See life of melt on plastic tiger, so it could figurine. You don't try to stick the burn away. Don't try to stuff around here. Don't try to stick the burn away. Please don't do it, no. Hey, all they have you have to give John the glory. Praises and the values, every naughty great story. Don't try that.
My faith is tested
Please don't do it, no. Live it up right.
to know what I should teach. My faith is tested what I should teach.